Josh Turner literally just left. Yeah, Josh Turner found a sick bass tone.
Oh, there's the trouble. It's gone.
Oh, yeah, perfect. Good job. And I mixed down this track. I produced the rhythm section on a Type 1 cassette. Why did I do that? The short answer is because I wanted that even lower fi sound in the rhythm section track. And that's it. That's the short answer. I could be done. Bye. No, I'm gonna talk about it. We're gonna break it down. Why did I do that? There are different formulas of tape. Type 1 cassettes were the most common. They're brown. Type 2 cassettes are a little bit more expensive, and they have black tape. Either type can sound great with a nice machine that has adjustable bias. But guess what? The Tascam Portastudio has a fixed bias, so no knobs to turn, and it's been set up by Tascam for Type 2 cassettes. What does this all mean? Different tape, different sound. Quickly hear the difference between these tapes. Hear that difference? So normally, if you're producing music on a Portastudio, Type 2 cassettes are the way to go, but when you stick a Type 1 cassette into it, it's like adding bass and muffling the high end all at once. Artistically, we can use this sound to our advantage. Let me quickly just show you what's on the Type 1 cassette so you can hear the individual tracks. Starting here, track 4, that is where the drum machine ended up. There we go. When I mixed it down, I brought this high EQ roughly to here. Moving on from track 4, we've got track 3, where I performed the bass again. That bass part is being played into the Motown 2 preamp, and I had it right on the edge of distorting and breaking up, and I'm playing very lightly. It's a good way to get a lot of bass out of the bass, is playing lightly. Okay, here on tracks 1 and 2, I've got these spaced out, quiet, very quiet, light, subtle keyboard parts. Track 2 keyboard is Eric's weird, random Roland. I don't even know how many keys it is. It's a lot. And of course, I played it with the Boss multi-overtone that we'll talk about in a second. Listening to track 2, here we come. Yeah, it sounds like more than one thing because of this overtone pedal. Very simple parts. I wanted to double that part and pan it hard, but let's hear what I doubled it with. Yeah. It's the glass marimba. Now here's what it sounds like when you combine them. And hard. Pan. There you go. Oh, you know what? I think I didn't hard pan them. I think I went almost all the way and then I brought them in ever so slightly. Like, check this out. When you bring it in. It felt a little bit better to my ear. And they were way down like this. Very, very quiet, because I wanted to leave a lot of opportunity for Josh's guitar. It's just enough to give the ear something to latch onto. I think it's a fun sound. Just in case, for backup, I did produce this exact same stuff. I performed it a second time on a Type 2 cassette. Let's listen to that outro from the Type 1. And then let's compare that to the Type 2 outro. It's so much louder, and there's more high end. But I wanted the purposeful, lo-fi nature of the Type 1. Next, we're going to talk about sending all that out and bringing it back into this cassette. You've heard the Type 1 cassette rhythm section tracks broken down. I mixed those into the DAW and brought them back onto this cassette. Right here, it's on tracks 3 and 4. Woo! Now Josh could come in and have 2 open tracks. If you don't know what external bouncing is, I did a video on it a long time ago. Now let me break down tracks 1 and 2. Track 2, it was so beautiful. Josh came in and I gave him very little to no instructions. I just gave him the skeleton. This is what you're gonna play on. And in my head, I was walking around the city a day or 2 ago and I was like, oh yeah. He should really have that David T. Walker thing for like a rhythm guitar part.
One of my favorite sounds is the harp, and it's...
And as soon as he walked in the door today, he was like, yeah, I'm thinking about this David T. Walker vibe on this rhythm track. Same wavelength. Didn't even have to say it out loud. So that was perfect. Let me play you that with the rhythm section first. Woo! Yeah! Check that out. Oh, he sounds so good. Okay, let me break down how that was recorded. Pretty straightforward setup. We used our Roland Jazz chorus with the chorus effect on, and we had an all Shure microphone setup. We had the Shure SM7 and then the Shure KSM 32. Those are both going into our BBC preamps, 1 and 2. And then we wanted a compressed sound, and luckily I have 2 DBX 163 compressors.
I think it sounds good. I actually think I think we could hit the input of the compressor a little bit harder, maybe. Just get a really squashy sound on there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That signal is combined here when you use the direct assign function. And that's how you get this sound. It's a great naked sound. And you can hear, since we're back on a Type 2 cassette, there's not much hiss in his track. There is, but it's not as extreme as the rhythm section. Woo! That's track 2, beautiful.
Beautiful.
Track 1, we wanted some kind of lead part, and we dialed it in together. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Yeah.
What are the chords on that part?
On the beat part, the
Yeah.
majory sounding?
Yeah.
You can throw in some F sharps if you want. If you're feeling spicy. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Woo! Fuck yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can do something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Notice that little octavey upper harmonic-y sound? I had my great friend and producing partner Colin Stanley in the studio, and when we were starting to track that, he pulled out the Boss MO2.
Let's just hear it. If we dig it, we do. If we don't.
We love this multi-overtone, and Colin dialed in a sick sound that you're about to hear. With a minimal arrangement like this, go for different sounds. This is a swell pedal. You can see that Colin barely had the effects. It's mostly direct signal. So it's in the context of the track, you might not notice it. Oh, I was so stoked when we got to that. Are you the type of person who wants to try or buy a Boss MO2? You can get them on Sweetwater. And if you use my affiliate link, which is in the description, it really helps the channel out. you'll notice that I've had this cathedral reverb here set up this whole time. Let's hear it on the David T. Walker part first. The cathedral outputs are coming into channels 5 and 6 and they're hardband, so it's giving you a sense of space. Here it is, direct, mono, straight down the middle. A nice classic. I got it set up to a spring reverb sound. Yeah. It's pretty wet. The cool thing about this arrangement, so I switched the reverb. Let me show you what I mean. Channel 1 is dry. Now watch this. Like I applied the reverb to one guitar during the verse A sections, and then I switch it to the other for the B section. And let me show you the mixing moves I made right at the end of the track. I love a piece of music where the mix is simple. Check out the video for how it turned out. I posted it and pinned it in the top comments. I hope you enjoyed all this today. You guys are amazing. Thanks for watching. Peace and be good to each other. And you got guitar player nails, don't you?
Which, so I've got a lot of attack. That's part.
Yeah.
That's part of the sound is like the raspy attack.
Absolutely. Yeah.